Hello there, and welcome to the Full Force News Burst Live. A little early today. I know, I thought I would kind of basically get this one out of the way because I've got a big weekend coming up with lots of content for you guys, including the weekly, obviously, with Pat. And I thought, you know what, we had a bit of news today, so let's kind of get stuck into that. If you're watching let us know in the comments, all that good stuff, react. Uh, and comment. Yeah, get all your comments in, all your questions, etc., etc. Hello, David Allen. Hello, Christopher Moody. Right. Okay. So I suppose we better get into it then. So Walmart Collecticon. Yeah, let's do this. All right then. A little bit behind the scenes right there. I had forgotten to get the slideshow ready and up, and so I had to scramble to do that in the background and only have 6 seconds to do it. It is very nerve-wracking. Okay. I should just not say anything because I got away with it. I don't know why I bother letting you know how the sausage is made. Hello, RD Palmer. Hello, Jeremy Kimberlin. Agent Chuckles. Hello, guys. G.I. Joe Declassified, hello as well. So yes, basically let us know in the comments if you managed to grab yours. David Allen got his, awesome. I ended up going directly to Hasbro Pulse to pick up one of each because I was just not 100% satisfied with the Walmart delivery service last time. There might have been an effort to improve that. Since that particular absolute travesty, but I'm going to hedge my bets on that one and just hope that Hasbro Pulse don't take ages to kind of get it to us. But anyway, yeah, let's talk. Not only did we get pre-orders dropped for Snake Eyes and Crimson Guard, but we also got lots of product images as well, which give us a nice, good look. Again, I know we saw like the actual figures at SDCC and many good images of them, but it's always nice to get nice new product images, I think. So let's go through them. So first off, this popped up on what I think it was Hasbro Pulse posted this, like a fancy little image. Retro card back art, like that, the selling point, I guess, of this particular line. Yeah, there you go. Just telling you, retro card back art, yo. And then we'll get into the figures. So the Crimson Guard looks really cool with the silver faceplate, I think. It's a brighter red, as we've seen, again, at SDCC. The backpack's red as well. I believe the other Crimson Guard's backpack is not. Is it black, I think? Also, the gun holster on the left leg, I believe, is also black on the other figure, and it's red on there. I can't think if there are any other hits on there, any other deco hits, but I do think it looks pretty cool. And it'll be nice to, kind of, I don't know, low-level army build some Crimson Guards by just getting 2. What else are we saying here? Jeremy says, I like that the Snake Eyes has some dark green paint apps. I legit thought he was going to be all black. I haven't noticed yet. We'll get to that in a second, Jeremy, but I actually haven't had a really good opportunity to really look at these other than put them in a slideshow. So yeah, we'll have a look at Snake Eyes in a moment, and I will come back to that comment. Michael Miller says, I grabbed them, not sure I'll be keeping them. I know a few people that kind of just get them just so they know they can get them, and then they might let go of them later. I've heard that before. Because it's like one of those things, isn't it? Like you kind of become like a completist with the line. And I know some people don't collect the retro figures because they don't have the number system. Whatever is your collecting habits, go for it. Jeremy says, I got 1 Snake Eyes, 2 CG at each Walmart and Pulse. Nice one. Nice one. Adam Drake is going to enjoy hunting these in store. Awesome. That's always fun. I can't bring myself to go into Walmarts anymore. So I have to order them from a distance like a sniper. Yes, Jojo Declassified, same. I got them at Hasbro Pulse because of the packaging concerns. Yeah, I mean, it kind of worked out okay because I managed to get Gung Ho and Destro, Baroness and Lady J. I got 1 set of them from Hasbro Pulse, and I got another set from Walmart. And when they came in, I'm glad I did because 1 set was opened and the other set was very, very, well protected. So yeah, Walmart did not do a good job last time. We'll see if that improves this time, won't we? Won't we? I suppose we'll be getting Zartan and Storm Shadow next, won't we? As in before these figures come in. So that's going to be the test. Have they improved since then? I don't think so. I don't think they've had enough time to get anything in place to improve it. Honestly, got a Serpentor pop as well. Well done, David. Eben Foster. These figures look fantastic. Can't wait. Yeah, they do look really nice. I'm really happy that they did a lot of changes on Snake Eyes. There's Crimson Guard again. Another couple of really good images that they posted on their socials earlier today. Again, love the dynamic kind of posing, showing off some of the weapons and accessories as well there. So in the other picture, I believe you had the pistol, didn't you? Yeah, pistol in one hand, rifle in the other. This one, we got the knife out and the rifles on the backpack as well, which I really love that touch too. I love the fact they can carry all their gear. Not only that, but this Crimson Guard can carry all his gear without holding anything. So like backpack can get the rifle, knife in the holster, in the sheath, pistol in the holster. Job's a good one. Job's a jobbin'. Grant Mounier says, "Hey Chris, have you heard of G.I. Joe coming to MCM London? I hope we might see some more stuff from Classified." Yeah. I didn't. I posted it on our page, the story for that one, and I was just going to do like a little chat with Pat on the weekly about it. I didn't think it really necessitated an entire news burst live type scenario, but that's definitely something we'll be talking about on the weekend. Very exciting actually to get them there, and they've even said there's going to be some like talk about the G.I. Joe Classified line. So no, the exclusive is a Star Wars exclusive, I believe, that they're bringing out as a physical product. But they are going to be talking G.I. Joe Classified, which is very, very interesting. So hopefully we'll get some information out of there. And funny thing is, I used to go to those shows all the time. Like I would go to MCM London with Nick and In-Demand Toys, Nick and Mass and In-Demand Toys all the time, and it was amazing. So anyway, so Grant, yes, we will talk about that on the weekly, bud, if you can wait that long. But very excited that they might be, I think they might be talking about stuff. You probably get some name drops in the future. I don't know exactly what they're going to say or do. They may just like rehash stuff they've done in, like over PulseCon or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what that becomes, because it could be really awesome, couldn't it? Tyler says, had the choice of getting these at Walmart or Pulse, went Pulse, more confident that they'll ship them in better condition. Absolutely. And there wasn't much of a difference in delivery time. It was like a couple of days. Usually like Pulse is way, way later. And this time, no, they were pretty close. So I'm happy to go with Pulse on this one. Adam Drake says, Walmart in Canada is nothing like it is in the US. Oh, okay, cool. So it's a nice store. Such a D-bag. I don't know. I struggle with Walmart. I really do. Sold out immediately on Pulse by 11 p.m. EST. Yeah, Christopher. So it went up at 10. I didn't get a chance to order them on Pulse until 10:25. So they were still there at 10:25. I think they were there for a decent amount of time. I mean, that's a pretty solid amount of time for them to be on Pulse. Honestly, they always sell out on Pulse because it's only a short allocation, small allocation. It's a bonus. It's not it's not the place to get them necessarily. But yeah, I'm glad I managed to get in on that because I didn't want to risk it. Doesn't have the same culture, says Adam. Okay, interesting. I didn't know that, actually. I wasn't aware of that. Although Asda's owned by Walmart in the UK, and Asda isn't really that kind of, I don't know how to put it, but just last time I was there, not the last time I was in a Walmart, but the one time I was in Walmart a number of years ago, I think maybe 3 or 4 years ago. No, more than that, because we were in Missouri. So maybe 4 or 5 years ago, we were walking through a Walmart. We had to go in there and get something. I don't know what it was, but that was the only place we could get it. I can't remember now. It might even have been a G.I. Joe figure. And as we're walking through, picking what till to go to, somebody is standing in the in the alleyway of the till area with like they had their back to us, thankfully, and they were just urinating all over the floor. And I have to say I was shocked. And that's not something you'd see in, say, Asda, who are owned by Walmart in the UK. That's not something you'd see in an Asda. Oh, it might be. Let me know if you're watching and you have seen something like that in an Asda, because my God, it was just, I don't know. I was gobsmacked, and then moved very quickly to the furthest tills away as possible. Nathan Gardner says O-ring, O-ring, O-ring. I really hope we get some O-ring news soon, Nathan, because I know for a fact that there are still O-ring things in the future to come. I'm just interested as to where it's actually going to, when it's going to be talked about. But yeah, I agree with you on that. Agree with you on 3 O-rings with question marks. Patrick Davis really likes the paint apps on this Crimson Guard. Absolutely. Speaking of which, let's move on a little bit. So we've got the card back there as well. Again, that beautiful Hector Garrido artwork. And yeah, you see all of the accessories there: the sword, the pistol, the knife, the rifle with the bayonet on it, the backpack, and the figure stand. Pretty stacked figure, actually. I am excited for the Crimson Guard, even if it's in this form or the standard classified form. I think they both look fantastic. Lightfoot, I like that. Or L1 Foot snagged two snake eyes from Pulse. I probably would have passed altogether were it not for his satchel accessory. I know that's really cute, that isn't it? I'm glad they added that. We'll get to that actually very soon. Oh, brilliant. It's me, Sir Christopher McLeod. I like it. These parody accounts get better by the day. And I've kind of gone out back there, haven't I? Kind of gone with the white or the yellowy white beard. Which UK supermarket chain does Walmart own? Is it Asda? Reckon it's a possibility to find these there, or has the Pulse exclusive approach squashed that hope? I think you'll probably find that you won't find them in Asda, unfortunately. Yeah, they'll be in. They'll definitely be. Well, they'll have been on Hasbro Pulse, I imagine. I think Paddy got some. Oh no, Paddy got them from Big Bang, didn't he? Yes, and he even mentions that there. Big Bang Comics in Ireland are taking pre-orders and ship international if any UK, Europe, or even American fans need a hookup. Maybe they're not even going to be seen. I thought they'd just appear on Pulse, honestly. But yeah, I guess that's information I have to find out. Adam, glad you got these on Pulse. Absolutely. Sean, I will get one if I see them at Walmart. Absolutely. Jamie says, I got mine from Hasbro Pulse. Walmart wasn't working for me. That also does happen, doesn't it? Action J, what's up, Chris? Grab mine. 1 Snake Eyes, 2 CG. Nice one, Action J. Oh, that's a good shout, Jeremy. I'm going to use the retro CGs as as Cobra Commander personnel ones and Wave 10 as Zaymot and Tomac CGs. Yeah, that makes sense. Kind of have, I might get like 2 of the Crimson Guards, right? And have them with Snake Supreme Cobra Commander. Like, I think that would be kind of like a cool look. Or maybe even Regal, because there's a nice, it's all very bright red, bright blue. But like the Snake Supreme might look really cool with 2 of the retro CGs. And you're right, yeah, the ones that match all the other Crimson with the twins, with the Bat, they'll look really cool as an army. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, Sean says, I have 6 of the other one pre-ordered at GameStop. My goodness, my man. That's some army building right there. Patrick Davis says, I'm an opener, so I picked them up from Walmart since card condition is irrelevant to me. I'm glad somebody doesn't care about it. You're probably the only person I've met so far in the stream where that is the case, Patrick. But again, totally fine. If that is how you collect, that is how you collect. Funny thing is, like I'm one of those people. I don't necessarily need to be mint on card or mint in box. I just like to keep everything, and I like to keep everything in good condition. So if I get a classified figure, it comes out, but I keep the box and I keep it very, carefully open it, carefully close it, and it goes back in like the collection kind of thing. So in the past, I would be getting 2 of everything. But now I don't see the need, because the classified, standard stuff is just fine. This, however, is the kind of selling point is on the card, really. But in your case, that's totally fine, Patrick. And yeah, that's great if that works out for you. Yes, RKW, crazy people indeed. Tyler Johnson says, random but honest question. Any reason they went with the Cobra logo and not the Dreadnought one for Zorana? I didn't know it was you. Don't know, Tyler. That's something we might have to ask, the design team when we get another opportunity. I have actually put in for a request, but they don't have a spot at the moment. So I'll keep you updated on that. But that's a question I might, ask them when talking about Zorana design. Yeah, good spot though, Tyler. Crimson Guard are awesome, David. Eben, are these thicker cardstock or will that be only for Cobra Commander with the HasLab Hiss tank? Actually, Eben, they said going forward when they mentioned it, didn't they? And maybe this is probably the last, because obviously they would have mapped out, they would have had all of this prepared and done for like the 8 figures. But you never know. They might have improved the cardstock for these particular figures. I don't think Zartan and Storm Shadow would have fallen under that umbrella. You never know. They might have done. We'll find out, I guess. If it's still the same cardstock with Zartan and Storm Shadow, I think you could probably expect these two to have that harder, thicker cardstock. But we'll see. We'll definitely have to find out and see on that one. It's not really clear. Danny of Our Times has found 2 full boxes of retro classified figures on the floor at Walmart labeled No Home. They no longer have any shelf spacing for G.I. Joe. Really? That seems weird. I could have sworn I've seen things up on, unless it's like stuff that's just, been there for ages. I don't know, actually. That's an interesting one, Danny. Yeah, like people are saying you can find them all over the place in other stores. Oh, good. So thanks, Gaz. Order them on UK Pulse. Brilliant. Thank you very much. So UK Pulse are doing them. And I imagine they'll be exclusive to UK Pulse as well. So thank you, Gaz. Appreciate that, buddy. Also, do you think they'll adopt the VHS packaging for Retro Joe since the cardback style is for the moment retired? Well, actually, Tyler, it isn't. Going forward, if Retro does continue in whatever fashion that may be, they have said this as well. This is official information, plus constantly confirmed when I've talked to them since. The retro card backs with the bubble would be perfectly not happy. They'd be able to do them for these figures, for their 3 3/4 retro figures, the O-ring, so they could still do this with future releases of retro classified figures. So that is definitely something that we'll continue to see if we continue to see these figures done. As for the VHS packaging, that has to happen at some point as an exclusive, in my opinion. I think it's such a no-brainer. Everyone seems to be doing it. Every licensee that's doing it. We just saw the Ninja Force Minimates 4-pack at NYCC exclusive, and they've done the same thing with their packaging, and it's awesome. So yeah, I think I think we'll see VHS card back at some point, but probably in an exclusive. Absorbvis has got Snake Eyes on Pulse, and because of that, I should probably skim through the Crimson Guard. Here's a really nice shot of the front and back of the figure, and it's actually interesting. I'm sure they've done this before, but I don't think I've noticed. But to show like front and back is quite an interesting thing now. So yeah, keep that up, guys. Really, really, really love this figure. They've got the sword removed from the figure there, so you can actually see all of the accessories at once. But he would be able to carry everything. It's going to be awesome. There's the figurine card, and now we can move on to Snake Eyes. A bit of a dark image, this one. But yeah, I can't even remember where I've actually got this from. But yeah, it's really dark. It might have just been straight off Pulse, actually. But yeah, again, really cool. The figure looks awesome. Let's look at the brighter other shots. The can. I love this shot of Snake Eyes doing the can. It's like the can on one side and the YMCA on the other. I like it. Two different dance crazes right there. G.I. Joe Classified, the daily situation in an NY subway. Yeah, I've lived in New York for a decent amount of time and had to use the subway a lot. And yes, I definitely saw that as well in New York, talking about public urination. I don't know how I get onto these topics, but they happen, don't they? Oh, Sean says Super 7 is almost ready to send out G.I. Joe Wave 1 stocked and late next year Wu-Tang member Old Dirty B, ODB Ultimate. Yeah. Oh, baby, I like it raw. Yes, Sean, I saw all of those. I'm excited. It's quite fun they're doing ODB. And yeah, G.I. Joe Wave 1. Cannot wait. Let's see these figures. Do I think these are the last pre-orders of the year, says Mr. Pavinsky? I doubt it. There's always something late in the year, isn't there? There's always there'll be like a standard classified thing, and maybe I would imagine Target exclusive stuff is usually revealed for pre-order going into January. So unless they've changed things, which is possible, then I don't know what we in October. No, I think because this is like Walmart, isn't it? So we've had PulseCon. This is Walmart. Then you've got to think there's going to be another wave of like I said, classified or Target exclusive or both. So yeah, expect more, Mr. Papinski. Just expect more. Could be though. It could very well be. It might be January they kick it off again. New Monkey says, hi Chris, these two look so good on the card, I wouldn't want to open them. Any idea if they switched to using thicker cardboard here? Sorry, I think I just talked about that. I'm just late in getting to your comment, new. So I'll just say we don't know. They might do. I think the tester will be with Zartan and Storm Shadow. If they switch to the thicker card, then you know it will be. If they don't, it's a very high possibility they'll be the same card stock, or they might try it out on, they might have managed to get it on these particular figures in time. Who knows? Who knows? Paddy says, I'm an opener, so I don't mind if the staff fornicate with mine, to be honest. I don't mind either. That's weird, isn't it? Why is it wet? Oh, that's enough. That's enough. Thanks, Paddy. Sean's working on a custom slice and dice. Would love to see the images of those when you're done, Sean. That sounds awesome. Really cool figures too from the Ninja Force. And I would say that if you wait for the Kamakura figure, you might be able to do a very comfortable slice. What's the word? Custom. Because I feel like a lot of that figure is going to be reutilized for slice. Larry Holmes says, what are the chances they release Zartan and Storm Shadow retro carded again? Well, they haven't been in stores yet, Larry, so at some point they'll be not just in Walmart stores, but on their online again. They'll be in stock online. It's just through pre-orders, and then when the stuff starts to deliver, they take them off of pre-order, and then when they get all the stock in and all the pre-orders go out, then they go up in stores and they go back up on the website again. So just expect that in the future. They'll come back, definitely. Right, sorry, I have literally got loads of comments to keep going through, so I'll keep going through them. I agree, Chris. I open my stuff and display them, but I keep the boxes and card backs. Either way, if I'm paying for something, it shouldn't arrive like it got run over by a truck first. No, I totally agree with you, Action J, 100%. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying either that if you don't care for the boxes, because you can, even if something is delivered poorly, it could be damaged inside. So just because and you're right, like you've paid the money for it, like it's up to you what you do with it once it gets there. So it shouldn't, like, a little bit of like wear and tear is okay, but if it's absolutely destroyed, like most of people's were, like folded into boxes that were too small and put into boxes that were too big with no packaging, like filler, so it would just doss about in there. Some were like packed like as you'd expect and were still bent and messed up, and I'm like, how is this even possible? And obviously it wasn't like a few people, it was the majority of people that ordered on Walmart, Action J. So I agree with you, mate, 100%. Whether you open them or not, they should get to you in the condition that you expect them to be in, 100%. Tapanjit says, I'm a grown man and I just got scolded by my parents for another package of Joes. P.S. My parents stay with me, not the other way around. Lol. That's totally, you don't have to explain, dude. That's fine. That's funny though. I do like that. My mum and my mum was always interested, wanted to see them. Like, oh, what have you got? I want to check them out. And I was staying with my parents at the time. I've never, I've never been in the other situation. I might have to be, at some point in my life, but yeah, not right now. Oh, right. Jeremy says Walmart has several store types. Each type has its own planogram, and some have Joe's, others don't, depending on region, model, etc. Yeah, and I think that's the case. If they're not huge sellers in certain areas, obviously that makes a lot of sense. Oh, RKW says, who is going to add this backpack to the regular release for Crimson Guard? Yeah, that might be a good shout actually. Although this one is effectively like your kind of vintage, almost perfect, isn't it? So I'm not sure if it's necessary, but yeah, if you like the other one more, go for it. Right, so Snake Eyes. Let's talk Snake Eyes while I've got him up here. Sorry guys, I can't get to everyone's comments. I'm trying, but every time I get to some more, there's more comes. It's just amazing. You guys are the best. Right, okay. It's me again, Christopher McLeod. That's a good one as well. Oh, I look good I look good like that. I've got a picture very similar to that of me with like on one of those, gender swap filter type things. They've missed some of the paint apps on this SAS Stalker. Very slack. I do like that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Me. It's not me though. How could I do that? Right. And that's again, keep them coming. They're brilliant. But yeah, joking aside, this is a Stalker repaint ready to happen. Just a little bit of grey here and there, and you're sorted. Yeah, really, really awesome. Let's see what the card. Well, that's the card, obviously. We've seen them. We know what they look like. It's no big deal, really. Again, Hector Greedo artwork, just keeping it absolutely real. Unless that's the 25th version. I can't tell. I think it might be the 25th. Either way, it's based on Hector Greedo's art, isn't it? Somebody mentioned earlier there was green hits. Oh, I see, on the secondary. Yeah, there are green hits on the secondary. That is awesome. I really like that. Also, yeah, the little grenades, the satchel, the Uzi, and is that the silencer for the pistol? I think it might be in his hand. I'm going to go back and have a look at his loadout. Yeah, it's a silent. Maybe the silencer for the Uzi. What does it go on? Is it the Uzi or the pistol or both? Let me know in the comments because I can't remember. Yeah, it is a 25th art, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. It's really cool. I love this figure. I think he looks awesome. And we've got ourselves a retro version 1 Snake Eyes. So there. And there he is in his package. Right then. It is, yes, I agree, Jeremy. Snake Eyes is a perfect use of the Stalker buck. Yeah, that's true, actually, Sean. Sorry. With the price of Kamakura, I'm not using him to custom exclusives. Exclusives are too expensive these days. No, I agree with you, Sean. It was more a comment on how close he is to Slice, but totally right. I wouldn't expect you to. Oh, thanks, Ryan. Love the show, Chris, and thank you for all the positivity and passion you have for the Joe brand. I remember those dark days of not having any product, and now we are swimming in it. Swimming or drowning, Ryan? I feel like we are literally. I feel like we're diving in it. There's no swimming. It is like we are in the Mariana Trench right now, right? Yeah, I think so. We're deep, is what I'm saying. Hello, Captain K. Pre-ordered 2 of each. Brilliant. Oh, I see. It's not the 25th art. Interesting. So it's new. Even. Oh, I suppose. Of course it is. I'm an idiot, aren't I? Sorry. You're right. It's based. So it would be the 25th art rejigged by another artist because, yeah, like we've seen in the past, we've seen them include aspects of the figure that aren't on the original. Yeah, that's why. Apologies. I'm just sorry. I'm very slow this afternoon. It's like 1. It's 1:15. I'm really slow this morning. So slow, in fact, that it's the morning still for me. So yeah, I will. Yeah, so the artwork is new, and it is obviously kind of like adapted 25th over the 25th, and like new elements have been added to make it more like the classified figure. There we go. Same for the Crimson Guard as well. Hopefully they haven't put the knee articulation stuff like that on these ones. I don't think they have on Snake Eyes. That was definitely an error on the other one. They've got the knee pad type thing on the Crimson Guard, and that's totally fine because that is that is a clear, design element on the figure. So totally cool doing that. Yeah, they've definitely changed some of that artwork. But yeah, cool then. Yeah, I thought it was the pistol license, the pistol silencer that goes in the leg holster. Thank you, Jeremy. I just assumed it was, yeah. But then when I saw it lined up with the Uzi, I was like, maybe it can go in both. But I can't remember if the Uzi has that port or not. So I'm sure someone has one very close to them. They could just tell me that it is, because it's the same one, isn't it, from the deluxe Snake Eyes, I believe. The Uzi I'm talking about. Yeah, Retro Lady J, I see quite a lot as well, Sean. Not actually in like Targets or Walmarts, but in FYEs and kind of like independents and things like that still. Mike Hex says, my poor wallet, I got one to rock and one to stock and one to touch along your... No, I won't finish that sentence. Is there any way to confirm release date Walmart, says Smiler67. I had let me do some proper... No, that's not going to... No, that doesn't help at all, does it? It's going to take me a while to check. But if anyone can see what the... I'll find out for you and I'll let you know in a few seconds if you can bother to wait that long. Just talk amongst yourselves. I'm just joking. Could you imagine? Just talk amongst yourselves while I do this. Shipping arrives by Friday, June the 30th. 2023? Is that? What? Yeah, so it's quite a way off. That might be worst case scenario, but let me have a look at the other one just in case there's a different date on it. That seems a long way off, but it's probably right. Or worst case scenario. Yeah, June 30th is saying on here. If anyone can corroborate that, go for it. If not, doesn't matter. But yes, Smiler, I believe June 30th, 2023 is when they're talking about shipping. But that probably is about right. We are quite a few months off, I guess. Anyway, Brian King, this will be my last Snake Eyes, but probably not Hasbro's. But Brian, totally cool, man. We've had a lot of Snake Eyes, haven't we? We have had a lot of Snake Eyes. I mean, he is the biggest character, arguably, in the line. This is the thing, isn't it? Like, this is the Snake Eyes I've always wanted, says New Monkey. We'll be pairing him up with the White Timber. Interesting. I'd have probably kept my... Oh, that's cool, I guess. Because we've got... I mean, I'm trying to think out loud here, which is wrong. But obviously the original vintage figure, it was version 2 that came with Timber. So I would probably have... Personally, I would probably have like the... what's it called? The retail Snake Eyes, where he's all black. I'd probably have him in the White Timber, because that's kind of like the closest. And then, do you know what? I've got a feeling we'll probably see another Snake Eyes, almost like a version 2 copy. Do you know what I mean? Like they've done here with this version 1.1. I could see them doing another Visor Snake Eyes, but making them very, very close to version 2. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, is all I'm saying. Captain K, I hope they were able to update the card back in time. I don't know, though. Oh, brilliant. Giuliano Pereira says, planning to get a second Snake Eyes to customize the silver Cobra logo on it and call it Invasor, the Brazil Estrella exclusive. Totally. That would actually be a really good one to do. Very, not necessarily simple. That's not what I'm trying to say, but like a good one, and like a good one to do that doesn't require like tons of paintwork or whatever. Whereas if you went for like Cobra Mortal or like something along those lines, or like version 4 using the other. Actually you could use the other retro-y Snake Eyes for that, couldn't you? The one that came with the first Timber. That's a lot of paint involved, but that one is a good one. Just stick the Cobra logo on it and you're done. I like that. Oh, there we go, Smiler. Sorry. Oops, didn't finish my statement. Walmart has a release date, December 14th. Walmart is US and Hasbro have June 30th, July 1st. Well, like I just said, I just looked at Walmart and it said June 30th. So I don't know about the December 14th thing. Maybe that was like a first lot that people ordered. Maybe that'll be like the first lot they get across. They'll go out, distribute with Walmart, and then everything else is coming afterwards. I don't know. That's a long time though, isn't it? Walmart Canada, December 14th. Okay. In that case, I don't think so. I'm not, and well, you never know. You might get them December 14th. I just think June 30th is the one, and it's I believe it is worst case scenarios is what I'm thinking there. I'm getting my Viper 3-pack very soon, RKW. I'm glad you got yours. Okay, right. Sorry, loads of comments. Right. Thank you so much, guys, for all of your comments. Let's switch quickly back to my single face. All the single faces. Yeah. So only a little one today, although it felt like that went on for ages. We've only been doing this for 37 minutes, so that's weird. I felt like I've been on this for like an hour. Maybe because I've been getting to a lot of comments, which is good. Anyway, it's been fun chatting with you guys again today, a little bit earlier today, of course. Like I said, we had Walmart CollectorCon day 1, I guess. There'll be more days of it, but I think that's it for your G.I. Joe stuff. I don't know. If there is anything obviously more, then I'll jump on it. I'm hoping there is. I've got a feeling there might be something Super 7 related soon. I've got a funny feeling we might be seeing something Super 7 related. Obviously, we've got NYCC as well. We've got all the like MCM where they might be giving out information for classified. There's a lot of stuff kind of happening and coming up. So yeah. Anyway. Couple of bits of housekeeping, I would probably say. Got a really cool review unboxing coming up. It's all done, it's all dusted, and it's something that isn't out yet, which is great. So I'm going to shout out Hasbro and everyone involved for getting me something very cool to do an unboxing with soon. It's still, I mean, they've got to approve some things, and there might be you might not see it like very soon, but I just wanted to let you know there will be something coming out that I was lucky enough to get hold of very early, and it excited me lots. So we'll have that to do in whenever it gets approved, whenever they say yes, go for it. And what else to tell you? There's a lot of other things. We've got a monthly that we're going to be setting up next week, which will be the second part of our deluxe Most Wanted figures, which was going to be myself, Pat, and Justin again. So we'll be looking at the G.I. Joe team. We looked at the Cobra team last time. If you haven't seen that, it's a lot of fun. We had a big laugh doing that one, and Pat and Justin gave me well, this is the thing. It probably wouldn't have been the episode it was had Pat and Justin not responded to my question of give me some deluxe figures you guys want to see in Cobra and G.I. Joe. And I got literally Word documents from both of them with backstory and accessory loadout and all this. And it was just like, okay, I'll have to up my game, and we're gonna have to make this a big thing. So we made it a big thing, and now I've made myself another big job with the G.I. Joe team that we're doing next month. So that'll be fun to do coming this October, probably in a couple of weeks' time, because it does take a long time to edit that stuff. I'm going to be doing the weekly on Saturday with Pat. We're switching our visual theme, so we've got new graphics, and it'll be interesting to see if anyone knows what the homage is, because I mean, it's obvious for a number of reasons, but there is a specific homage in there that Brian has done, and I want to see if people know. I'm giving you a heads up first because I know people are going to be like, what is this? But I thought it was awesome, and and obviously it makes sense for the season, because obviously we change, like summer, fall, winter, etc., etc. We do specific things like that. So yes. And the other thing I wanted to mention is Justin and I will be doing a little bit of like a pre-recorded video that will go on the weekly on Saturday, where we talk about the news that Paramount and Hasbro have renewed the contract to do live action movies. I was going to do a live news burst like myself when the news broke, but didn't really get an opportunity to, and thought, you know what, let's do it properly, get Justin on, we'll do a pre-recorded, and we'll pop it on the weekly on Saturday. So it'll be a pretty chunky episode, I believe, on Saturday. Anyway, that's it for me for today. I will see you guys on the next one. Like I said, I'll try and keep on top of the news. It's difficult at the moment because G.I. Joe is just everywhere, which is great. I'm not going to complain. And like I said, weekly on Saturday, monthly coming in a couple of weeks, and we've got, like I said, an exciting unboxing for you guys that I can't say any more about. So that's me, that's you. I will see you guys on the next one, and as always, after 3, 1, 2, 3, full force. Stay fresh, cheese bags. That's it for this installment of the Full Force News Burst. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. See you next time, and as always, full force. Make sure you get involved with the discussion by liking, sharing and commenting on these videos, and as always you can keep up with the show after listening by following on Twitter @TheFullForce, liking the Facebook page facebook.com/TheFullForce, and if you would like to contact the show you can message us on either of those platforms with feedback and questions. We also have a Patreon page, so if you want to show your support for the show, see your name up in lights on these videos, or enjoy exclusive bonus content, then check out patreon.com/TheFullForce podcast, or click on the link on any of the posts this podcast appears in. Full Force.